guys, it's Mitch Lees again from Australasian SXS. We've been using this Polaris Xpedition Adventure for work and play on our cattle property, and we've been absolutely loving it for about 6 months now. It's done everything that we need it to do, especially as a vehicle that's typically for recreation. We've been impressed with how well it works. But one of the things that has impressed us the most is this suspension. It's the top of the line Fox suspension, and it makes the ride so smooth, which is unreal, especially through paddocks where it's full of holes and cattle have dug up roads and other bits and pieces. So we're really impressed with this suspension. So we thought today as a test, we would fill up this wine glass with water, and I'm gonna get a passenger to drive around with me in the back seat, hold on to the wine and see how much water we lose. We're gonna flog through as many paddocks as we can, go over some jumps, go through some rivers. We'll prove to you that this suspension stops the vehicle from just rolling around and bumping harshly. And then we're also going to strap the glass to the bar that you hold on to at the back, so it's rigid, which should mean even more water will fall out. And we'll see how much water we can get rid of while we flog around the paddocks. So here's our white wine test, but with water. We've got a line here on the glass, and this is the line we are going to fill the water up to. So we'll see. We'll fill this up to water. We'll get a passenger in the back seat. We'll see how steady she can hold her hand with this Fox suspension if we lose any water. Alright, so with our passenger holding onto the wine glass, we have lost probably about 1 centimetre of water while flogging through the paddocks. We tried to hit as many bumps as we could, and our passenger tried to hold it as steady as they could, but that's pretty impressive from the Fox suspension. We're now going to tape it to the bar on the back. We expect to lose all the water in this experiment, but let's see how it goes. As you can see, having taped the glass to the bar in the back here, we've actually lost probably a little bit more, about 2 centimetres of water. We were doing about 40, 50 k's an hour through the paddock. We were on a kind of a rough 4-wheel drive road, went through the paddock a little bit, and you could see it moving and spilling around, but that's pretty impressive. And I guess This is a bit of a fun experiment. No one's going to do this normally, but we're just trying to illustrate how good this Fox suspension is in the Polaris Xpedition Adventure. It's the most comfortable suspension. This is probably the most comfortable 5-seater that I've ever driven in. And I think being able to hold onto that much water is pretty impressive. We've driven a lot of other brands, a lot of other lower spec suspension that would have lost the entire bit of water the minute we hit any of those holes. So I know it's a bit of fun, but hey, it illustrates that the suspension in the Polaris Xpedition is incredible and it's incredibly comfortable.